Most hockey practices start with a clean slate and a basic goal: to be better tomorrow. But tonight is not so simple. Coach Larry McDonald knows.
Well, it's going to be everything, man.
Tonight,
yeah, everything.
A chapter ends.
Yeah.
How did 3-on-3 go?
In his locker room, the Bellingham Renegades suit up with an old friend, center Bretton Chitwood.
I'm excited he gets to do this.
Outside, his mother Kara stares at familiar ice.
I'm scared to be emotional, but
she's overwhelmed.
It'll be okay.
Just 6 months ago, her son was a stud hockey player, a scrapper who led his team to several titles. His signature is penciled into a rinkside banner.
I consider this like a second home to me.
Then a broken leg put Bretton in the ER, and in May, doctors handed him a brutal diagnosis.
Short words, bone cancer.
A tumor is lodged in his right heel.
I was just like, okay, he has this, it doesn't seem real, but you're gonna fix it. How are you gonna fix it?
So far, 2 months of hospital trips and chemotherapy. Then, awful news. On August 3rd, doctors have to amputate his right foot to keep the cancer from spreading.
It sucked at first, but I learned if you bring humor in it, it's not that bad. Just thinking all the pranks I can pull on people with an amputated foot.
But that will have to wait. Tonight, Bretton left the ER with one goal.
I want to skate. That's all I really want to do.
On a swollen foot, he slides on his skate for the final time. His last practice with the Renegades.
Go! 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 Go!
A chance to glide alongside his best friends.
No! Ah! Stop looking.
No doubt more draining than Bretton expected.
Ah, crap. I don't like taking breaks. You know me.
This can't be the last time that he laces up those skates.
That's hard to predict. After his surgery, 20 rounds of chemo lie ahead. But Bretton is up for it.
I think the fight on the ice is harder. I'll play to win.
He did tonight. In the team scrimmage, he scored a goal and finished with a lap to the echo of wood on ice.
What a good way to go out.
It's just taught me one more thing about Bretton Chitwood.
That I'm going to beat cancer.
And end this chapter the right way.
Food. That's all I'm thinking about right now.
With a smile more graceful than any footwork in the world. In Bellingham, Gabe Cohen, KOMO News. Victories are earned on the ice.
I'm tired.
Every hockey player knows it. And no one has fought harder to win.
Oh, man, I love this drill.
Than Breton Chitwood.
Against all odds, I'm still coming back. I never gave up.
Bretton was a scrappy center for nearly a decade. But 15 months ago, he slid on his skates for the final time. This was his last practice with the Renegades.
Go! 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 Go!
Before doctors would amputate his foot.
This can't be the last time that he laces up those skates.
Bretton was just beginning his battle with bone cancer. He needed 30 rounds of chemotherapy and 6 surgeries. And every day, amidst the pain, he dreamt of returning to the rink.
That was the hardest part about chemo. I mean, I saw my friends continuing their hockey career, and I wanted to play so bad.
There you go.
So he battled, first to walk again. And he did. And tonight, he's taking the next step in front of proud parents.
I can't believe it's actually here.
He's a hockey player. This is where he needs to be.
Yeah, I'm ready.
In custom skates, Bretton suited up with one goal: to skate with his team again.
Let's go! Yep! Oh.
The 17-year-old was off balance and exhausted and loving every second of it.
Oh, crap! Don't know how to stop yet! Not going to be like how it used to be. That's okay. I didn't feel that.
Cancer changed Bretton.
You all right?
I seen him become a man through all this.
I mean, I was diagnosed with cancer, but I was still laughing the whole time.
His humor
Hey, Dad.
is still a staple of his recovery.
Will you come rub my right foot? It's a little numb.
It's amazing, man. Come on. I mean, this has been an amazing ride.
Watch out!
And it's hardly over. In August, doctors found 3 more tumors on Bretton's lungs. He needed yet another surgery. But right now, he shows no evidence of disease.
I live for every day that we can say that he is cancer-free.
You just gotta stay strong through the toughest times. I've always felt like a fighter.
A fighter on and off the ice.
I mean, I look up to him, and he's my son.
Bretton hopes to become the first amputee in the NHL.
Hello, my name is Bretton Chitwood. Can I have that, please?
If anybody could do that, this kid could.
But the truth is,
My nub hurts.
no matter the outcome of any game on the ice,
A little tired.
Breton Chitwood has already won. In Bellingham, Gabe Cohen,
Don't know how to stop yet.
KOMO News.
No running today? Not running today. I'll take about a week off probably.
Greg Leske smiles through soreness, knowing it's the result of resolve. Yesterday, he was across the country running through brutal rain in the Boston Marathon. Greg knew going in it would be his 5th and final race. He showed up in this outfit and fought through the frigid course, but around mile 20, his body started shutting down.
I couldn't really talk. I couldn't stand up straight. I was shaking so much. Hypothermia is what I'd call it.
So he ran to a medical tent where they warmed him up and ultimately put him on a bus to go home. It seemed Greg's race was over, but it wasn't.
And then we had the TV on, and we were watching people still come across the finish line. I said, man, there are people still out there. I gotta go do this. I gotta finish.
So Greg threw on 3 layers, called an Uber, and drove back to the spot where he left the course 5 hours earlier. And from there, he ran the last 3 miles of the race and finished in 8 hours and 10 minutes, well off his usual pace.
Oh, it's the worst ever. I think I was last place in the whole race.
Well, second to last, actually. He finished 25,745th, but he got this medal anyway.
We looked up the rules afterwards, and it looks like if you go into a medical tent and drop out, you're officially finished. So technically, I don't know if this is allowed or not. I got the medal. If they want to call and take it back, they can hit me up and we'll see about that.
Either way, Greg's proud of his path and the fact he finished his racing career at the finish line. In West Seattle, Gabe Cohen.
I'm going to remember how cold that was for a long time.
KOMO.
This is my room. It's very pink.
Sophia Anderson's glee screams normal 9-year-old girl.
It's like, there's a camera right there.
So do her passions. She loves books, toys, and music, but most of all,
Seahawks.
she loves her team. And this year, she's had her eye on one guy.
Thomas Rawls.
This season, the rookie halfback burst onto the scene and straight into this young fan's heart.
He's just my favorite football player.
So for Christmas, Sophia wanted one special gift, and Santa delivered. This video hit Instagram, capturing a sweet girl's Christmas dream. Meanwhile, across Seattle, Thomas Rawls was having a rough holiday.
I thought about growing up.
His season-ending injury has his dreams suddenly in jeopardy.
What it took to get to this point. And I said, why? Why do I have to stay in this bed with no energy, feeling down, feeling low of myself? Because I got every reason in the world to be blessed.
Then he opened his phone.
And when I seen that video, I knew how. I got back to the mindset of knowing that I am special, I am worthy. You know of a lot. You know? And that's what she did. All because of her joy, her smile, and her excitement, and her tears.
So Rawls invited Sophia's family to share Christmas with his. A quick touchdown at the team's training center, and a hug they'll never forget.
Wow, I met Thomas Rawls. Was this a dream? It was the best Christmas present ever.
2-1.
Ever since that day, man, I just been smiling and going about my days a little easier.
The gift she gave.
She did a lot for me, and I thanked her a lot for it.
Gabe Cohen, KOMO News. Most days, this is just bouncy Beatrix Hart.
This is for me?
The 3-year-old who gives gifts
Thank you.
and sings.
Go, we go.
But today, she's got a big interview.
Hello, hello.
Here with Dad to talk about her new nickname.
The world is calling her Cotton Candy Girl now.
Let me explain.
Yay, Mariners!
Yes, the Mariners. Beatrix was at the game Wednesday night. That's when the Jumbotron captured an amazing moment. Covered in cotton candy, that's Beatrix going berserk. The cameras came back again and again. Beatrix hit the car seat hard afterward. Meanwhile, the Mariners posted this video, and the internet got to work.
And then you wake up the next morning and the whole world is talking about it.
Now, Cotton Candy Girl and her apparent sugar rush are famous.
I feel crazy.
But the secret most folks don't know, this look didn't come from any sugar. Beatrix just likes making faces. A lot of them.
Because I was being silly with my cotton candy. And I was eating it all.
But none compare to this tasteful look that's flavored the internet.
I didn't have enough.
Oh, you didn't have enough?
I have more cotton candy.
You're gonna need some more.
Yeah.
In fairness, it was her first time trying it. In Seattle, Gabe Cohen,
I did that.
KOMO News.